We need to use less chemicals, smaller machines, and less manual labor to still achieve sustainable arable farming. Therefore, we are addressing this. From Odd.Bot, we are developing the weeding robot that you see here. This robot can autonomously drive over the fields, detect weeds, and remove them mechanically. We are currently deploying it, especially with organic farmers, to help them with hand weeding, to replace as much of the hand weeding work as possible with the robot. And the robot can follow the crop rows and turn around at the headland, so that it can operate day and night. This year we had the first 4, and we are now moving towards series production. So we are now fully engaged in sales and truly bringing this solution to the market.
The Dutch society faces complex challenges, such as in the field of agriculture, with pesticides, sustainability, and labor market shortages. And digitalization and AI can make a significant contribution to these, as seen here in agriculture with Odd.Bot.
We use the AI system both for detection and also for controlling the arm. So at the moment we can detect it with sufficient certainty. We use the camera located below. And then if the detection is accurate, it sends the coordinates to the robotic arm, which then goes to the weed to pick it. Additionally, we also use the camera system to follow the crop row. And we can also see how fast we are going. So it is essentially an autonomous tool. Both the detection and removal unit are combined into one. And based on visual odometry, we can also see how fast we are going. And with the 3D camera, we can also see how far we are from the ground. It is thus a system where we can precisely see in the 3D world where the weed is and where the stem is. Our strength lies in detecting weeds in those crops with a relatively high density, to pluck them out from there.
Our Dutch companies and innovation partners also managed to find support for this, both nationally and across Europe. In Europe, for example, from the Digital Europe Fund. This is a fund that stimulates innovations. And from the Netherlands, we co-financed this, and thus the test and experimentation facility for agri-food was created.
Agri-Food TEF is the European collaboration project in which we work on test and experimentation facilities to apply artificial intelligence of robotics in agriculture, bringing research into practice. You can imagine it as having a large company hall or an open field there. In the case of the Netherlands, this is at the Farm of the Future, where we can also test the agroecological aspects. We invite businesses to come by with their robot during the growing season. They demonstrate how their robot works there, how well it can remove weeds, and whether the crops are not damaged. The researchers from Wageningen Research in this case help with counting the weeds in the crops, to ultimately show the end users that this technology is ready for practical use and can be deployed by farmers.
Our goal on the horizon is to truly offer a sustainable alternative to chemical control. The most common practice is to actually spray all the fields, thereby also killing the weeds. But yes, the use of those substances is heavily criticized. And yes, we actually need to work towards more sustainable agriculture. So actually from 2 sides. Are we being helped with that? On one hand, there's a shortage of labor. And on the other hand, the desire to keep the fields clean with less and less chemistry